So, what did we see this week? It is the second week of December 2025. Uh, kind of recapping on the year and looking at what's happened so far, trends that I think actually happened and things that we expected to happen. Like right now, we're seeing that the market on the sales side isn't really slowing down much. Buyers are starting to wane a little bit. However, um, you know, listings are coming off the market, like I showed you a couple weeks ago. So, active inventory is going down and buyer sentiment's going down a little bit, but not enough to make it a serious impact, which is leveling this market out a little bit better than we would have expected going into the next year, which is awesome. That means ideally that the market is pretty hot next year, that there is inventory for people to pick up and keep this market moving along pretty healthily. The leasing side of things, we did see a pretty decent drop this year, and it's hard to. I can't yet. I don't want to put any numbers out there because we have a broad range of properties that we manage, anywhere from something on the low thousands a month to, we have some luxury properties that are 5 figures a month. But one in particular I was thinking about this week because it's been rented for 5 years, 4.5 years, and all of a sudden the tenant decides that they are going to find something else, and this has been rented at $5,000 a month for the last 4.5 5 years. That's, it's a strong rental. Looking at the pricing for that now. The pricing is not at $5,000 a month when it comes to what's available. And we'll probably have to do a pretty substantial price drop in order to get a tenant into that property. That one in particular, we might be close. If we can get $4,000 a month, we'd be doing pretty good. But expectations are that we're going to have to settle for even less. So think about those numbers. Like that's a huge swing. That's where the cost of turns, the cost of vacancy, all of those things really matter. Been doing really, really well for a long time with this particular rental, and all of a sudden, it's like, what's the choice? What do you do? And is it the time to exit, or is it the time to keep moving forward and take less every month, but still have the asset and be able to benefit from it? So I think right now that's a position that a lot of you are in and thinking, does this market work for me? Is this property doing what I need it to be doing for me? Because it might not be. And that's a very real situation. Next year, I think we will have, albeit slightly stronger rents, but it's just going to be the market as the market picks up after the first of the year. Fingers crossed, right? That's when people start really getting back into the swing of things of finding rentals again. The good news is that this month is a stronger rental month than we had this same time last year, right? Which is great. This December is busier than last December already for move-ins. That's strong. By the end of the month, I'll have better numbers for what that actually looks like. As well, we actually rented more properties this year than we did last year. And we have about the same number of rentals. However, we filled more this year. Doesn't feel like it from this side. This side, it feels like leasing was one of the things that beat us up the most this year. But realistically, they're getting filled. It's just taking, we've had twice as many that we've had to reject this year compared to last. Twice as many. That's a lot. So the process is changing. Things are changing. Going into next year, I would expect that we're going to see a stronger resale market than as of right now. I think that we've got all these buyers that are still waiting on the fence. Affordability is tough. So as soon as interest rates, and we saw that this year, as soon as interest rates drop a little bit, bam, they jump and they're all over it. And it's hotcakes. It's moving for a week or two. But that's also affecting people who are renting, right? We've had just as many tenants move out to purchase this year that, arguably, if that process was easier, was better. You as the owner wouldn't be so shocked when they say that they're moving out. We wouldn't be so surprised that the whole time that maybe they've been insinuating they're going to be staying and renting. All of a sudden, last minute, they decide to shift that and move out because their sale is going through. There are a lot of things in that we're looking at that will be able to help in the future. And from a standpoint of an owner, as an active investor myself, I don't want to be poaching my tenants to go and buy houses, but you know what I would like is I want my tenants knowing what the path to purchase looks like so that I have a better idea of when they decide to execute on that path, right? If they know that we can come out here and somehow connect them in a level of having those conversations, and we can keep that conversation honest and transparent, maybe it'll keep more of these people in houses longer, and it'll also give them more of a path to doing that, so that when they actually do move out, we're ready for it and we're expecting it. So just food for thought. That's always been one of those kind of ethical questions when it comes to, who are we representing? Who's the client? And it's like, you're the client, you're the owner. Of course, you are our client. However, what's the best way to serve you when it comes to these tenants who are moving out? Looking at all the pieces moving behind the scenes, there's so much communication, there's so much that happens. And when it's not going like we'd expect, it's definitely a pain point that we will solve. I just don't know if this is quite the market to do it. We've got other fish to fry at the moment. But hey, I appreciate it. It definitely creates more job stability for me, right? Like more stuff to fix, more opportunities to get after, and make sure that we're trying to bring a better property management game to Arizona. But thank you for watching. Please comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on any of these videos. Tell me where I could improve them. Tell me what you'd like to see. Tell me who you'd like me to bring in here to interview for you, so that you have some additional questions. And I brought in CPAs and trust attorneys, and let me know what would be helpful for you. I'd love to hear it, and I will find that person and make sure that I get those questions answered for you. Thanks.